Hi there. My name is Mark Hundley, and this is Live at 5. I hope you had a good weekend and that you're off to a good start for a new week. Today's topic is outside the box. Outside the box. There's something missing from that, isn't there? Outside the box. There ought to be some sort of word up in the beginning of outside the box that gives it a little context. And it's thinking outside the box. Now, I know many years ago, the context for this original thinking outside the box had to do with solving a puzzle. There was actually a literal box that was drawn on a piece of paper with a series of dots, and the only way that you could solve that puzzle and connect all the dots without lifting the pen off the paper was to start outside the box. And so thinking outside the box became that phrase that we use. Over the years, thinking outside the box became associated with people who were innovative and intelligent and creative. And for me, I don't know about you, but when I heard thinking outside the box, I thought of a literal box, of someone being inside of a box and somehow tossing out ideas over that box and thinking outside that box. And we have a tendency, and have had a tendency for a long, long time, to praise people who think outside the box, that somehow they are better than the rest of us, that they have more on the ball, and we elevate them in ways and praise their creativity and their innovative way of approaching things. But it hit me about 10 years ago when I was thinking along those lines, thinking outside the box, thinking outside the box. If I'm thinking outside the box and it's a literal box, where am I? I'm still in the box. I'm still in the box, thinking outside the box, taking my thoughts and my ideas and my dreams and tossing them out there because I just don't have the courage or the strength to step outside that box and put those ideas, my ideas, on out there for public consumption. And it's always somebody else who may field my idea and run with it. And they might come back to me after they've made $1 million with my idea that I just tossed over the side of the box. They may come back and say, Mark was a really good thinking outside the box person. He really put himself out there. What I think we might want to consider, if it's a real box, is that those boxes are boxes of convention. There can boxes of constriction. There can be boxes of confinement. And for us to truly create a dream, we all have dreams, right? We all have dreams and thoughts and ideas that we would like to see come into fruition. For us to really do something with those dreams, we have to live outside the box. So I want to take thinking outside the box as a beginning point, but living outside the box is the thing that will make things happen. How do you live outside the box? What do you do with the box if you start living outside the box? Do you throw the box away? Do you burn it? Do you toss it? No. That box is where we were formed. That box is what created the format and the framework for our beliefs and our ideals and our structures and our dreams and our hopes and our goals. We've got to keep that box handy because sometimes we have to go back in the box and visit that box to see where we've come from, remind ourselves where we've come from. During this time, we have a lot of ideas. We have a lot of time on our hands to think about ideas and dreams and hopes that have yet to be worked on by us. What would it take for us to begin to take that thought, that dream, that idea that we've always kept inside and live outside the box with that dream and begin to make it a reality? What would it take? What are those thoughts and those ideas and those dreams that you've been afraid to pursue because someone might be upset with you, or they might call you a name or tell you that you don't know what you're talking about? What might happen if you were able to do that? A few years ago, I put together a workshop called Thinking Outside the Box, Building Your Dream by Thinking Outside or Living Outside the Box. And I want to just close this little time with you today with about 6 ideas that deal with living outside the box. The very first one is that a dream conceived, if you can think an idea, think a dream, and you can conceive that dream and get an idea of what it looks like, that's the potential of your dream. A dream written moves to a possibility. How often have you just thought about something but never written it down? Do you know there's something magical about writing down a dream on a piece of paper? Because suddenly it takes shape, it takes form, it has power and potential. So when you write that dream, something changes. It becomes something that you really might want to pursue. The third part of that is a dream shared equals probability. The more you voice that dream, the more you tell others about that dream, you get them excited about that dream because of the passion you have with that dream, and they start getting on board with your dream. So dreams start with a thought. They not end, but they grow to that sharing part, and then you begin to put your dream together. It becomes a reality. You begin to create that book or write that book or create that organization or reach out to those people who need assistance with what it is that you have. You begin to tell people and then put it into practice. There are three other things that I want to mention to you about living outside the box and making your dream a reality. Patience produces results. It's not going to happen overnight, guys. It's going to take time. But if you are patient and you work, things will happen. Perseverance pays dividends. The more you invest into your dream and persevere on a daily basis pursuing that, the dividends will come back to you, I promise. And the final one is persistence prevents purposelessness. In life, we need to have purpose. Right now, we need to have purpose. I'm betting that there are a lot of you right out there right now who have thoughts and dreams and ideas that are just waiting to spring into action. Don't just think outside the box, guys. Start today. Start living outside the box and see what happens. Thanks. Peace.